Hello, everyone. It's Pat coming on with our um, archangel messages and see who what archangels are working with us for the month of September of 2023. Let's see. Right now, we have a couple of astrological things going on. We just went into Mercury retrograde at the end of September, around the 23rd. And we also just went through this big super full moon. It's a blue moon, so it's that, which is a second full moon within the same month. And it certainly gave rise to that expression, once in a blue moon. So, anyways, but the energies are very interesting right now. Um, there was a lot of heavy energy, I want to say, that came in with the beginning of Mercury being in retrograde. And it's still around a bit. And there's a lot going on in the way of, losses and like endings to things. And it's part of the normal course of life. But at the same time, it also has a lot of, it can bring with it a lot of sadness and grieving. But also in a lot of ways, it's things that we need to move on from. It's, part of the circle of life, or it's time to move on from it. And it can bring about a lot of new beginnings. So, anyways, let's call upon our archangels to see who's working with us this month, or who we could use to work with and call upon. All right, beloved archangels, who do we need to work with? Who's working with us this month of September 2023? Okay, nothing's jumping out just yet. I usually wait and see if they jump out, but archangels, call upon. Oh, there's one that's sticking out. A couple that are sticking out. Okay. Gentleness. Archangel Sandalphon with this message of gentleness. Be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. Okay. This is really a self-care message. So for whatever reason this month, if you're undergoing a lot of stress, if you are grieving, if there's been a lot going on in your life for, many months now, it's time to carve out some time to be gentle with yourself. I mean, this is also for going out to some people. If there's been, if you notice that like you made a big mistake in your life, maybe you made the wrong choice about something or someone, you didn't see the truth about them, you might be overlooked red flags. This is a reminder to not be too hard on yourself, okay? None of us are perfect as human beings, and sometimes we all do make wrong choices for whatever reason. And we have to forgive ourselves, okay? But this is kind of like take some time to get away from the noise and the haste of everyday life, the hurriedness and needing to get things done, and carve out some time, listen to gentle music or music that you enjoy, whatever that may be, but usually something gentler, not quite heavy metal, if you know what I mean. And because he's got like a nice little ukulele lute in that picture. Surround yourself with colors and places that are comforting to you, okay? And give yourself that gentleness of spirit. Speak kindly to yourself and to your own spirit, because it's important. Your spirit may be in need of healing right now. And so it's important to be gentle on yourself. It also is a good example for other people, maybe a good example to your children. Okay. Another card that came out for us this month is Shamuel with career transition. Okay. So it says your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So there may be some things like that going on for some of you this month. Maybe you've been exploring other career areas. You might be offered a promotion. Or it's just time to maybe switch to a different type of career. You might be in the midst of that. So, Shamuel is here helping you out if you're looking for that next job, next career. There's a transition that's taking place. Okay. And Shamuel is the archangel of, I think his name means vision of God. So if you're visualizing, what kind of ideal career or working or life work you've been looking to have, he can help you with finding that as well. So Sandalphon and Shamuel working with us this month for the archangels that we can call upon. And when we need to, when you need those things, if you're at a place where you don't know where to go next, or people have been very harsh with you, and you can't get out of that space in your head where you're feeling harsh, just call on these angels, ask for their intervention and help, and they will intervene in some way. We can't always anticipate how that happens, but it often does. Okay. Now let's see. I had pulled out. This is Kyle Gray's cards. These are his angel cards. So let's see what the messages are. And he has a beautiful invocation on the cover of his cards that I always like. And it says, it's right in there. It says, "Thank you, angels, for reminding me of your presence and for revealing to me what I need to know. I am willing to listen and receive." And so it is. So angels were willing to listen and receive this card. Okay. Well, there was 3 that wanted to spill out, so maybe I'll, because I think they are pertinent a bit to what's going on right now. So as I was mentioning, we just had the full moon right there at the end of August. It was this super full moon. So for a lot of us, our dream life was really activated. I know I had some really vivid dreams that I woke up from this morning. So this card popped out here. It says intuition and downloads. And sometimes that we feel like that's what's happening when there's a full moon and our intuitive abilities are really kind of open. And it often comes in very subtle ways, like, you're just sitting there quietly or even doing something mindless, and you get a download of information, and an inspiration, and you feel called to like write it down, and it, a whole a whole bunch of stuff just comes through you that you get on a roll with writing something down, if it's something that you're looking to express that way. It might be a song, it might be a speech, it might be so pay attention to your intuition and your downloads, because they're really strong right now. Okay, so you're not crazy if that's been happening to you. Okay, it's a thing, it's real. And they're urging you to listen deeply. Okay. If you can, get really quiet and listen, even if it's just to the silence. There's a lot of, and they're urging you to listen deeply to your own intuition, to what your heart is telling you. Okay. Breathe deep, breathe into your heart and listen to what it's saying. Okay. Because sometimes what our heart is telling us is a little different than what the practical world is telling us to do. Our heart might be calling us into a different place, different direction, different location. So it's urging you to listen deeply. And another message that's come out here is just this yes, which is always nice to get, like, yes, it's the right thing. Yes, it will happen for you. Yes, it will come through. Let me read a little more from these or see if there's any other information that they have to bring forward for us. Let's see. Intuition and downloads. Hearing high-pitched noises. Seeing flickers of light. Having the sense that beings are visiting you in your sleep. All signs of receiving downloads. Or sometimes it's just when you're sitting quietly, a stream of information that comes to you, let's see. It says, if you feel you've been having psychic insights into a particular situation and you've been wondering if you can trust them, the card is reassuring you that, yeah, you can. Okay. It's a time when you're able to see, hear, feel beyond your regular human senses. Okay. Your intuition is getting stronger. Um, you may want to use what you pick up on to plan ahead. Okay. So, that's a part of intuition and the development of my intuition. Um, that's been of the biggest benefit, you know. And for me, I notice it when, I might be doing something mindless and somebody will pop into my head, someone that I haven't maybe thought about for a long time, or, because a lot of us are really in tune with people that we are close to. But when that happens, I know to pick up the phone and call that person or send them a little text saying, "Hey, I'm thinking of you. Is everything okay?" Or, just some kind of words of comfort, depending on what's going on in their life. Um, it's a really very helpful, to have. It's a way that ideas come to you that help you out with things that might be coming up down the road. Okay. And let's see, listen deeply to let's see what this says to us. Okay. It says, angels are sending you guidance and inspiration through your powerful and resonant inner voice. Be ready to listen to that voice now. So, it says if you've been ignoring or avoiding dealing with something you feel you've had to do for a long time, your angels are encouraging you to stop and listen to yourself and do it now. Okay. Sometimes our inner voice can be really subtle. So I think that's a lot of what Sandalphon was helping us with the gentleness. Because when we are able to be gentle with ourselves and quiet our mind, that's when those intuitive messages come and we are able to face more strongly our feelings or a message that is trying to be conveyed to us. Okay. Let's see. Divine guidance is always loving and supportive. The truth of the matter is that our inner voice is always working in our favor. Okay. So, and then the final card, the yes with an exclamation point, usually means it's a very strong, like, yes, something that you've been waiting for is coming to fruition. Or yes, a decision that you've been considering is the right one. It says, yes, yes, yes. The answer is yes. Proceed, go forth, achieve, enjoy, don't hold back. The time is now. Rise up, fly high, light up, express yourself, experience, and share. The card is like a big thumbs up. Yes. So, it's really positive messages this month. Okay. But it's one that's urging us. And, as we come into September, leading right into October, and it's that time of year where the veil gets thin. So I'm kind of not surprised that we've gotten these messages. Because Halloween on the 31st of October is a time that the veil is the thinnest. And so, I think it's urging us as we go into this month of September to be open to our intuitive messages. Take the time to pay attention to them and follow through, which is a little bit difficult sometimes because sometimes things in the physical world are not showing up yet or haven't caught up yet to what your intuition is telling you. But that doesn't mean that you can't listen to it, write it down, take whatever action you can upon it to the degree that, it's to the degree that you can, I guess is the way I would phrase it. So anyways, those are some of the messages that we have for this month in terms of, us personally and what's going on. So I don't get any major messages about, world events or things at this time, although I suspect that the listen to your intuition and messages have a lot to do with, if you feel called to leave a place, because a storm is coming, or to make preparations in the event that that may happen, given that we are going through so many weather and earth-related changes. Follow that. That's spirit trying to help you ahead of time to get prepared. Maybe spirit's urging you through your intuition to stock up on supplies, or to have your car checked out to make sure that if you needed to jump in and drive to a relative's house that's far away, you could. Okay. So, and the career transition thing, I think, is part of it's time to move on for maybe a lot of people out there. And it may be that you've known for a long time that it's been time to go or time to move on to something else. So it indicates that there may be opportunities coming up this month that will assist you in doing that. Okay. Because for, either your purpose is fulfilled where you're at, or you just need something that's more fulfilling for you, or whatever that reason is. You just want something more fulfilling, or it's just time to go in a different direction. So, but be gentle with yourself when you go through a lot of changes. Okay. That's part of what he's here about too. If you're going through a lot of changes, or there've been a lot of changes in your life over these past months, be gentle with yourself. Allow yourself to recover, to heal, to process. Okay. There. All right. So I'm going to leave you with that, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to speaking with you again soon, and have a nice rest of the long weekend.